Hey guys, Kalle Beck here from StartingStrongman.com, and today I am not going to be doing the review on my brand new Titan Fitness Econo Reverse Hyper. If you want this product or other strongman equipment from Titan, click the link in my description and use code StartingStrongman for 5% off. My little gift to you. Please use the link in the description so I get some credit on the sale. And that is valid till May 17th, but might be extended longer. That's an exclusive discount. Anyways, I was informed today of what are the events for World's Strongest Man coming up in just a few weeks. It's funny because I was been meaning to make a video going, why do we not know anything that is going on with World's Strongest Man? I get multiple messages all over different platforms every day saying, hey, do you know where the events are going to be shown? Where's this? And I was just going to kind of rant on that. It's very frustrating as a fan that we don't know anything. You know nothing, Kalle Beck. But I guess I don't have to make that video, even though I basically just did it because we know something now. Not a lot, but there's something. And don't message me if to see if I know anything else, because that's if I know anything, I'm going to make one of these videos, and I haven't made one in a while because there hasn't been much strongman news to talk about. Anyways, enough rambling. A couple interesting things on the events this year. So there's going to be 5 events in the qualifying round, and it looks like this year that all of the groups are going to be doing the same 5 events. In past years, some of the athletes have done slightly different events or completely different events, like some will get a squat, some will get a deadlift, etc. This year, it looks like they're all doing the same, and I think that's a good move. I think it's confusing for fans, and this makes it so you can just kind of track how everyone compared group to group going into the final. So I think that's a good move going forward. It makes it easier to follow as a sport, compare performances, and less confusing for the fans and for the athletes as well. It also doesn't give any of the athletes a certain advantage if they have one of their, if they get to skip one of their bad events and then get into the finals because of it. Maybe they're, really bad at log, but okay at circus dumbbell, and it all works out for them. That's a better. So for the qualifying round, event 1 is going to be a truck pull, event 2 yoke, 3 overhead press, 4 deadlift, 5 last man standing stone, and this I assume, and none of this is official, but I assume it's going to be the same format for the last man standing stone as last year, where whoever's in first through the first 4 events gets into the finals, then second and third have to do a head-to-head stone series, and whoever wins that, regardless of how many points separated them going into it, ends up going to the finals. That's what I'm going to assume. So not too much information. So truck pull, I assume that's going to be a harness. It could be an arm over arm. We don't know. Yoke, that's pretty straightforward. Overhead press, that could be anything. Of course, there's going to be an overhead press. Deadlift, what kind of deadlift? We don't know. And of course, we know there's going to be some sort of deadlift. So not much information, but some information. Into the finals, we have a loading race, a deadlift, overhead press, squat, and stones. So very similar events to 2017 when Eddie won. So very static, and that makes it pretty interesting. I think since they're doing the finals in one day, which is a new thing, and you'd know that by watching my prior videos when I had talked about that and broke that news, that it's going to be a different format, and I think it's a lot easier to do those kind of static events. They want a lot of people attending, which I know they do. If they really want a lot of people attending, they should let people know where to go. We're, 5 weeks out now or so? But yeah, so let's go by a loading race. I assume that's usually some sort of sandbags, anvils, kegs, maybe an alligator, something like that. Deadlift, is it for max again? I'm going to assume it's for max, and I really hope it isn't, because I am sick and tired of deadlift for max in contests. It's like with they're probably going to use standard plates, and it's just what is this, a powerlifting contest with straps? I know all of you love deadlift for max, but it's getting old to me. That's my opinion. Go ahead and lambast me in the comments and say what you want, but that's my opinion. Overhead press, again, that could be anything. We it could be a Viking press, something fancy. Squat for reps. Is it going to be barrels? Is it going to be the globes? I'm going to assume deadlift is going to be for max with standard plates, and the squat is going to be with where they squat down to the stands with the globes, just like in 2017. So it's pretty much going to be the same event as 2017, except it has a loading race instead of a tire flip, and we don't know if the overhead press is a Viking press again. But I think looking at this, it looks especially good for Hafthor Bjornsson, who's so incredibly static strong right now. I mean, he just missed over 1,000-pound squat in a powerlifting contest in December. It was just, there's been worse squats passed in powerlifting, that's for sure. I think he was judged harshly, but as far as overall static strength, definitely favors him. It depends on what the specifics of the events are and how everyone gets through the finals and, through the qualifiers. Something else to note is just that this is a much more fast-paced show. The qualifiers are going to only be over a couple days, and it's a one-day final. It's the first time I think that's ever been done in World's Strongest Man history. I think people are putting a little too much into that. Of course, they're doing the qualifiers before with only, I don't even think there's a day off in between, but it's not like every single one of these athletes haven't done a 5-event show in a day. That's the standard in strongman. So that's about all I know for what's going on in World's Strongest Man. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're attending the show. For more information, of course, always visit this YouTube channel and startingstrongman.com. Don't message me unless you know information. Then I will gladly share it. But whatever I find out, I tell you guys in this format. Thanks for watching. My back already feels better, and my glutes feel stronger.